Please follow our Instagram.
Before I start this video, I'd like to put a disclaimer that I am not an expert. However, I did a little bit of research on them. Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you the types of qualities of rhinestones, or at least the one that I have right now. So this is the original Swarovski and this is the 2088. I actually bought this in a store and it comes with the original packaging for the Swarovski, and it's sold in 10 pieces. So under this so-called microscope, you can actually see the cuts. So basically this cut is 8 cuts on top and 8 cuts below, so it's 2088. If you can see that the cuts at the top is smaller and the cuts at the bottom is wider. So the cuttings actually makes a lot of difference in terms of how the light bounces, and thus usually for this kind of Swarovski cutting, it's more shinier in real life. Now I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison with the first grade of glass rhinestone that we have in our shop, and this is like somewhat like the closest to the original Swarovski that is sold, and as you can see, it actually looks quite similar and the cutting is actually quite similar. The only thing I would say that maybe this comparison is not fair due to the difference of size, because the size that I'm showing you is actually SS10 and the size of the original Swarovski that I'm showing you is SS20. So there's actually a big gap. Despite its size, it really looks the same. So what I'm going to show you next is Crystal AB in the first grade. The cutting for the AB is much more clearer due to the coating. So now you can see that the cut for the top is actually much narrower compared to the cut at the bottom, which is wider. So that's the difference between the original one and the first grade. So this rhinestone is actually still quite pricey, but less pricier than Swarovski itself. So the next rhinestone that I'm going to show you is those rhinestones that you can find easily out there. And the Swarovski term, it's actually called 2012. And it's called 2012 because it has 12 cuts on the stone itself. So if you count, there's actually really 12 cuts. So for myself, I actually use this 2012 rhinestone because of its affordability and due to the fact that it still sparkles. And I mean, if you were to compare side by side with the Swarovski, this one would definitely fail the sparkle test. But really, in terms of price wise, this one wins hands down. So last is this rhinestone that I actually bought from a store, and there's actually two types of plastic. One is resin and one is acrylic. I would definitely choose resin. However, you want to keep in mind that resins do turn yellow eventually, so I really prefer glass over the two plastics. But if it's a practice tumbler, I would choose resins. I'm putting all the rhinestones together so that you can see the difference in the shine. Obviously, you really can tell the difference. So just to recap, that the red bottom is the higher grade and the silver bottom is the affordable range, basically. So that's the end of my video, and I hope this video isn't too boring for you guys because I'm just blabbering about the different types of rhinestones that I have. And also I will be announcing the winner for my tumbler kits in my next video, so please stay tuned for that.